Okay, Nickelodeon. I see what you're doing. As it turns out, they're turning up the volume on audio experiences for its youngest audience. They're about to launch 4 new titles, including a Dora Culinary Adventure and a Blue's Clues game show. I talked about the Dora Culinary Adventure one before, but there's going to be more of that. So there's going to be Storytime with Josh and Blue, with Season 2, based on Blue's Clues and You. So Blue's Clues and You is still going, thank goodness. I'm glad that Blue's Clues and You is still going, even though it's planning to end after Season 5 and it's unfortunately being burned off. There's going to be another thing called Nickelodeon's Goodnight Bedtime Stories, which is going to premiere on May 15th. It'll feature a cast of popular Nick Jr. characters, including Dora, Sky, Everest, Blaze, Crusher, Pickle, Gabby from Blaze and the Monster Machines. And then on May 16th, there's going to be another Blue's Clues podcast series called Let's Guess Who with Josh and Blue. 10 episodes. It's an interview game show format in which Josh and Blue ask questions and use sound clues to guide listeners through a series of guessing games that will reveal the identity of a mystery guest. The first 2 episodes of each English-only podcast will launch simultaneously worldwide on platforms including Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Spotify, with new episodes to follow weekly. Today, Nickelodeon has launched 6 podcasts for older kids like Avatar, SpongeBob, The Loud House, The Casa Grandes, Are You Afraid of the Dark, and Animation Podcast, but only 1 for preschoolers. Storytime with Josh Blue, which premiered on August 2020, has amassed a very consistent and sizable audience according to Alex Reitz. We wanted to build out success and bring more episodes to our loyal listeners, he says. Reed says Nick is working on several other preschool podcasts at the moment. We see many opportunities at the intersection of our characters, stories, and parents' needs throughout their busy days and nights, he says. While there has been much discussion about the changes in the podcast landscape over the past 18 months, we believe that there's opportunity to engage existing fans and build new audiences in this still emerging space for kids and families. So this is really cool. I mean, I'm glad that Blue's Clues and You is actually still having its specialty and still gonna keep going, even though this show is unfortunately being burned off. Yes, there's gonna be more of the Dora reboot, but then again, it's Dora, and even though there is Paw Patrol, even though, well, that's not even owned by Nickelodeon. Still, it is good to see about these podcasts. Glad to see about Blue's Clues and You getting a game show podcast. That is pretty cool, if you ask me. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Are you quite impressed about what they're gonna have in store with their podcast slates, including, well, Blue's Clues game show, which will last 10 episodes, and Goodnight Bedtime Stories? Because I gotta say, it really is quite special. Anyway, guys, this is Kawaii Life Antonio, signing off. Peace.